Hi, welcome to Drawing Club. Today we're drawing Lawrence the Sleepy Loris. So this is Lawrence the Sleepy Loris. And to draw Lawrence, you're going to need an eraser in case you make any mistakes, a pencil, maybe a pencil sharpener, and a black marker or a black pencil crayon to outline with at the end. And if you have them, some coloring pencils or some color markers to color. Okay, but as usual, I'm going to use my gray marker just so you guys can see what I'm doing as I draw. So to start Lawrence, the Loris, we're going to do another one of our big oval shapes, because he's got a big oval head. So just like that. And he's got two big round eyes. A real loris, which is a kind of animal, a little bit like it's a primate, so it's a little bit like a monkey. They do have these really big eyes. I'm gonna do these two big round eyes, and then I'm gonna put two tiny little pupils in the middle of the eyes, just like that. And then to make him look more tired, I'm going to give him these half-closed eyelids. So one on the bottom and one on the top. And remember, if I'm drawing too quickly, you can always pause the video and catch up. So that's one, and then the same on the other side, a kind of a lower eyelid, and then one on the top, just to make him look like he's quite tired. Okay. So he's got two little ears on the side of his head, so I'm going to make a little bump on this side, and then a little part on just to show the inside of the ear there. And the same on the other side. A bump like that, and then that line on the inside. He's got a little nose, so we're just going to make a little round circle. And I'm going to put a little bump on the bottom, just like that. And a little sad mouth there, because as you can see, he's feeling pretty tired. And we're going to talk a little bit about that later on. But now a loris also has these patches on their face. They sort of look like a big raindrop, like that. And then one on the other side. Just like that. Okay. Now, his face is resting on his hands. And so I'm going to... I'm trying to think, what's the best way to do this? Okay. Let's just make a shape like that, and then a curving line there. I'm going to put the three little fingers here. 1, 2, 3, and then connect it back like that. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Shape like this. And then one finger and two fingers like that. And then I'm gonna make the table next, I think, because the table is in front of everything else. So I'm just gonna make some straight lines, one there, one along right underneath where his elbows are. And then one coming down this way. Okay. And then let's do the book next. So I'm going to make a curving line like this. It's like almost like a very flat M shape. And another one there. Or like you're making a long bird. I'll do the same again underneath it. And then I'm going to connect those two lines with some little short lines there. And then I'm going to make a longer line here, and a longer line here. And then I'm going to do one more M shape, like this. And then put a line in the middle for the middle of the book. Just like that. And for his t-shirt, I'm going to make 2 straight lines like this. And then the sleeve of his t-shirt, down like this, and down like this, and up connecting to the arm there, and the shoulder there, and t-shirt line there, and the shoulder. Again, I'll probably change some of these lines when I go over it with my black marker. I think there was some light shining in his eyes as well, so I'm just going to make 2 little bean-shaped light bubbles in his eyes. Just like this. Okay. And then I put a little battery up here at the top, just to sort of show that Lawrence is feeling very low energy today. He's feeling very sleepy. So there's a little icon of a battery up here in the red to show that he's feeling very tired. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my black outliner marker now. So you can use a black pencil crayon or a black marker for this. And again, we might not go over every one of our lines like this one here, because that hand is in front of his face. So we'll just pay attention to where I'm outlining and where I'm not outlining. So like I was saying, Lawrence is a loris, and a loris is a kind of primate that mostly lives in Southeast Asia. And they kind of live in trees, and they eat insects, and they eat lots of fruit actually. They mostly eat fruit, but they do also eat some insects and some small lizards. And they, like I said, have these enormous eyes, and they're able to see in the dark extremely well. And one strange thing about them is they are the only primate that has venom, kind of like a snake or a spider, which is interesting. Although they don't have a huge amount, and it's not really enough to, it wouldn't really hurt a human being too badly if you got bitten by a loris, but they do have venom, which is quite weird. But they are something, they're nocturnal. So if that's not a word you already know, nocturnal means that they basically do all of their living at night. They stay awake all night, and that's one of the reasons why they've got these huge eyes and why they need to be able to see in the dark so well. It's because that's when they do all of their eating and all of their living, and they sleep in the daytime. The unfortunate thing about being nocturnal is you can see here that if a loris really was going to school, like Lawrence had to, then staying up all night would be a really bad idea. And I sometimes, see where, students don't get enough sleep, and it does make it very hard for them to be successful in school when they're very, very tired. You're not usually going to have a good day if you're feeling tired, because if you're feeling really tired, it can make it difficult to concentrate, and it can make you kind of easily upset or emotional. And when I was a little boy, sleeping was extremely important to me. If I didn't get enough sleep, I was kind of a mess. I would cry easily, and I would not be able to concentrate very well. And to be honest, I still need to get a good night's sleep, or I'm not really my best. So especially, because I'm a teacher, I make sure that I get a good night's sleep anytime I know I have to go to school the next day. But I know that it can be tempting sometimes, if you're playing a video game that you really like, or you're watching a TV program you really like, it can be tempting to want to stay up really late and, keep playing the game. But I always try to remember that the next day I'm going to feel awful and that it's going to be very hard for me to be successful and to be a good teacher or to be a good student, because there are times when I have to learn things as well. Teachers have to learn all the time, and we go to special kind of teacher school sometimes on PD days, and so it's very important for me to have a good night's sleep. One of the things that scientists have found from studying the human brain is that we actually put all of the important things into our memory that we've learned in the day at night when we're asleep. And so if you don't get enough sleep, you won't really put those things you've learned into your long-term memory. And so it kind of it would make it difficult to learn if you were not sleeping enough, basically. There we go. So you can see poor Lawrence here. He was up all night playing games with his brothers and sisters on their Nintendo Switch, and now he's at school and his teacher has asked him to do some reading, and he's just finding that he can't concentrate. He's just feeling so tired and he wants to be able to crawl back into bed, and he's not able to do that. So I'm hoping that he will make a better choice next time, that Lawrence will have, because he does have to go to school, he's going to have to tell his the rest of his family, look, I'm sorry, I've got to go to bed, otherwise I'm not going to be any good tomorrow when I need to do my studying. I'm going to put a few little lines right underneath his eyes just to show that he's got those dark circles under his eyes because he's so tired. Lorises are very cute animals. If you have a chance to look at a picture of one, you might find one, or ask somebody at home to show you a picture of them. They're very cute little animals. This one looks a little tired though. All right, so there is Lawrence, the tired loris, and I'll go back and show you my color version. Now, a real loris is actually more kind of a brown and a white color, but I chose to use these purples and blues because they kind of make him look more tired, and this sort of pinky color. But you can, if you wanted to, you could look at the real colors of a loris. These will be brown instead of purple, and color him, or you can choose any colors you would like. All right, thanks for coming again today, and I can't wait to see you guys again.